somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you have to remind yourself that you're not in front of cameras now?
Yeah, I live near Richmond Park, and I got stopped for speeding in Richmond Park, and the speed limit is 20 miles an hour, and I was doing about 26, and he stopped me, and this guy, and he was, this was a while ago, and he was actually quite officious, and he sort of pulled me over, and he said, I'd love it if you weren't in this park. He went out, you want to kill yourself? I'd love that. I was doing 26 miles an hour. Steady. A bad day at the office. So that was going. And you've got bikes going faster than you.
Yeah, people running past, I imagine,
exactly.
faster than that.
Exactly.
But now, I imagine, if you get stopped, I would imagine you can kind of get away with whatever you want.
I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. not literally murder, no. But, I mean, it's, you know, you could go over a speed bump with a disregard for the actual limit, couldn't you?
No, you know, you're never above the law. But, I mean, if anything, there was one time when we pulled up... I just was being dropped off, and it was outside the Arabian embassy. Not the wisest places to block the gates, you know. And this guy said, "You can't stop here." I said, "No, we're not. I'm just jumping out and going off." And he looked at me and he said, "And you of all people should bloody know that."
So they think you are Gene Hunt, of course they do.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's a fun part to play, I imagine. It's a big character to play and a big character to get your teeth into. And, of course, you're back in the new series, Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
Which I'm delighted, because I'm sure, like many people, when Life on Mars ended, I thought, I love this show, I love this character, I love the idea, I want to see more. It started last night on BBC One, and it's a different time, but it's a different series, really. What are the major differences? Well,
we're set in the 80s, for a start, and we've set it in London. And Gene has joined the Met, and he's got a new sidekick in D.I. Alex Drake, played by the fabulous Keely Hawes.
Yeah, a very beautiful and talented actress.
Fantastic.
But she's there's a kind of similarity in that she's kind of from the present day and finds herself back there.
Yeah.
Not dissimilar to the way John Sims' character did.
But she has much more knowledge, because Sam was a sort of case study. She's a psychologist, she's a police psychologist. So she has, whereas John's character had no knowledge of why he was there or what, you know, this sort of mad journey that he was taking. She has the sort of, the book of what's going on.
Because she knows what his experience was.
Yeah.
But in a way that makes for more fun, of course, because she's talking to you guys like, well, I know you're not real.
Yeah, imaginary constructs, she refers to us as.
And is it played more for laughs this time? Is it a little bit lighter in tone?
It is a bit tongue-in-cheek. I mean, you know, it was impossible to try and... It's a very different show, and if people are kind of expecting... You know, Life on Mars, then they're not going to get it. It's a very different type of show, because you can't, you know, we shouldn't try to top Life on Mars or try and, you know, even the word spin-off, it's got its own identity, I think, and we'll take a couple of eps probably to get into it.
Just settle down. So the first shows, Life on Mars was the 70s, of course, this is the 80s. Different fashions, different cars. What does Gene Hunt drive this time around?
Audi Quattro.
A red Audi Quattro. Yeah. But it's not as great looking as the Escort, is it?
Oh, it is.
No.
It's German, it's gorgeous.
I love the fact they've given Gene cowboy boots. That's his one concession of fashion.
No, well, I thought my boots were good, so I saw Vivienne Westwood's. Yeah. She's wearing cracking.
OK, let's have a look at a clip. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and you're right, it kind of really it settles in and you really get into it by show 2, certainly. This is a clip, I think, from next week's episode.
Let's all stay very calm.
Listen, men don't run, son. Don't make me hurt in bonds. You bastard.
George Bond's been arresting you on suspicion of the attempted murder of Daniel Moore. You do not have to say anything.
That's not how it goes.
Listen, he may hate Daniel Moore, we all do, but he's not capable of murder. Look at him. You're a coward, Hunt. You want to have a go at someone? Come and have a go at me.
Put that down, Mr. Bonds.
Everything all right? You didn't say you were going to do this.
When you become my mother, Raymondo, I promise I'll let you know.
Chris, turn this place upside down.
What am I looking for?
Dynamite.
Dynamite? Ace.
There's no dynamite in my house, you stupid bleeding cow!
I'm so sorry. I have no idea where this stuff is coming from.
Please, stop it!
I'm getting down the station. Yes. I want this done and dusted.
Ashes to Ashes, Thursday night, BBC One. Yeah. You do a lot of period work. You mentioned that. Ashes to Ashes, of course, is sort of a period drama. I saw you in Cranbourne. Cranford.
Cranbourne's in Surrey.
Yeah, well, it's
just off the M3.
Oh, same thing, you know what I mean. All right, but I don't know if you saw Cranford. What a great... I've only just started watching it on DVD. What a great series. Man, that's a great show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
And you're working there with just about everyone in the whole series is wearing a silly hat. We can see that you've got a sort of squash cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And is that Imelda Staunton there? Is that
Imelda, yeah.
It must be strange being in a village populated by women in bonnets when you're filming. Is it? Do you get a kind of a bonnet fever when you're leaving there? Because it's like everyone's wearing them.
Get a bit of a bonnet on.
When you get home, do you feel like the wife's letting you down by not having a bonnet?
Yes.
It's like...
Take the costumes or dress her up. Do Victorian night.
It's a great show, though. Will they be doing more of those, do you think?
Well, there's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, it won't involve me because, you know, have you not seen the end?
I haven't seen... Oh, don't...
I could ruin it for you. I better not. Well, it could involve me. I could come back as...
Oh, don't do that!
Ghost of Cranford Past.
I just said to you, I'm watching on DVD, I haven't watched it.
I'll just ruin it. Which episode are you up to?
Well, I've only seen number 1, it was very good.
Bollocks, I've ruined it.
You don't die, do you?
No. No, well, acting-wise, maybe.
Does John Sim come back in time and join you there?
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
The stagecoach driver.
I'm so thrilled you're having success because you're one of these people I've seen in TV shows on and off over the years, you know, with a small role and to get a big lead role like that and really make the most of it. What a great, fun thing to do, I would have thought.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, it's really great. Lovely. I love Gene Hunt. I would like to see a series next where it's just Gene Hunt. No one goes back in time. It's just Gene Hunt sorting out the nonces, the ponces, the scumbag, the prozzies, the drug dealers and the elderly.
I know. Maybe there's a job in... Somebody said I should be Prime Minister. Can you imagine Gene Hunt being Prime Minister?
Who said Gene Hunt should be Prime Minister?
The Daily Telegraph, I think.
Philip, how lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Lovely to be
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Philip Glenister.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Stay around for the music.
Yeah,
Lovely. Thanks to all my guests tonight. Philip, of course,